And now, the general weather around Alaska.
Today's satellite imagery, we've got low pressure here tracking eastward, as you can see, slowly eastward just south of Kodiak Island, bringing heavy rain into Kodiak today with gusty winds, rain on the increase here along the North Gulf Coast areas, and also spreading in toward the Panhandle this afternoon. Heaviest precipitation still off the coast there. Weak cold front up through here right along the upper Yukon Valley area, bringing 1 to 2/10 of an inch of precipitation today there, but very weakly trailing back into the west-southwest there to the Yukon Delta, and then more clouds for the Arctic coast, and just a lot of disorganized clouds out over the Bering Sea here. Out to the west there you can see the cirrus shield with another system is slowly moving eastward. Otherwise, a weak trough right through here will bring some showers into the Pribilofs late tonight and tomorrow. On the surface chart, low pressure south-southwest of Sitkinak brought winds gusting 35 miles an hour to Kodiak today with over an inch of rain falling at Kodiak State Airport, and about half an inch of rain falling along the outer southern coastline of the Kenai Peninsula, but much lighter amounts as you move northward here, just a few hundredths of an inch. Prince William Sound, a little bit more at Portage, but some partly sunny skies at times today for Cook Inlet into the Mananuska-Susitna Valley. And again, a narrow band of light precipitation with this weak cold front here in the central interior, but dry conditions back behind that. And gusty west winds there with a low pressure area that's centered up over the Arctic Ocean, but a trough extending down far enough south there. Winds gusting anywhere from 25 to 40 miles an hour along the Arctic coast up here, with Kaktovik, Barter Island, having a peak wind gust of 40 miles an hour, and rain on the increase here for the southeast coast, anywhere from 1 to a quarter to a half inch of rain falling today for the over the southern Panhandle with that warm front. And for tonight, that pushes in, so some good steady rain coming into the Panhandle tonight with gusty winds, in fact, gale force winds with this front for the North Gulf Coast tonight, extending back in toward the Barren Islands. And also rain pushing northward, but not getting too far north, maybe into the southern Copper River Basin, heaviest amounts along the North Gulf Coast, into western Prince William Sound, of course, southern Kenai Peninsula. Chance of rain increases over Cook Inlet, possibly into the Mananuska Valley, but the northern interior, or the interior to the north of this, all the way up to the Arctic coast, looking pretty dry with light winds. Stays pretty breezy, though, for the central and western Arctic coast there, with small craft advisories still out along the coastline. And not much going on out here over the Bering Sea. A couple of high centers out there, in between which is a weak trough here that will spread some showers down into the Pribilofs later tonight and tomorrow. Scattered isolated showers with those winds continuing to diminish over the Alaska Peninsula, and mostly sunny in the western interior areas out to the southwest coast. St. Lawrence Island could see some sun breaks as well, but mostly cloudy with showers, areas of light rain over the southeast interior, and starting to end the precipitation there for Kodiak Island as this low slowly weakens, but not really moving too much, and that kind of just hangs a weakening front up here over the southern Panhandle for rain the entire day tomorrow, starting to taper off a little bit there in the north, but still looks pretty wet even in that area, as well as the North Gulf Coast. And for Sunday, low slides eastward a little bit, continues to weaken, keep a chance of light rain and showers for the eastern North Gulf Coast over to about Yakutat, maybe Elephant Cove. Remnants of that front keep some light rain going over the extreme southern southeast coast, otherwise mostly cloudy with a few showers around lingering there for the Panhandle. Showers over the southeast interior, looks like the area 40-mile country there along the eastern Alaska Range, possibly back down into the Susitna Valley, pretty showery conditions. Scattered showers Kodiak Island, eastern Bristol Bay, and the Alaska Peninsula. But notice a lot of clearing here, either side of the Yukon River, down into the Kuskokwim Valley. You can see a partly mostly sunny day here, even out towards St. Lawrence Island, Seward Peninsula, all the way up into the upper Yukon Valley, Brooks Range. High pressure, some clouds, light winds for the Arctic coast and North Slope areas. And just high pressure out there to the west. Got to go way out here to the west to see the next front there hung up mostly west of the eastern Aleutians. Well, coming close enough to bring some light rain And probably small craft advisory level winds into Shimmy and Attu late in the day Sunday. Lows tonight, upper 20s for the Brooks Range, otherwise 30s for the North Slope. Near freezing down toward Ambler again. And 40s central interior, 40s to near 50 for southern Alaska and the Alaska Peninsula here, with mid-40s for the Bering Sea, and lows upper 40s to mid-50s for the southeast coast. And for the highs tomorrow, upper 50s to lower 60s in the central interior areas, actually all the way down to the Kenai Peninsula, as well as the Panhandle, mostly in the 50s for the Alaska Peninsula and the Aleutians, and 40s for the Brooks Range out to the Arctic coast. And for the lows on Sunday morning, again, upper 20s to near 30 for the Brooks Range, otherwise in the 30s for the Arctic coast and North Slope areas, and 30s to lower 40s central interior with 40s mid to upper down towards south central Alaska, Kodiak Island. Mid-40s more or less for the Aleutians, and about the same lows in the 50s for the Panhandle from what you've seen last couple of days there. And then highs upper 50s to lower 60s for the southeast coast, and about the same here, lower 60s southern Alaska, closer to 50 or closer to 60 in the central interior, 40s for the Brooks Range on out to the Arctic coast.